So lovely to meet you, Imelda.
Lovely to meet you.
Really looking forward to tonight, I expect.
Yeah, can't
Are
wait.
you excited about playing the Royal Albert Hall? And what does it mean to you to be playing for the Teenage Cancer Trust and alongside the Who?
Oh wow, all of that. I love all of that. Yeah, I've played in the Albert Hall quite a few times, and I always love it here. You can feel the history in the walls, and I've played here with Jules Holland, with Jeff Beck. I sang with Jeff Beck and Dave Gilmour. I've done it on my own with my band. But to be opening for the Who is fab. I mean, they're an amazing band. They're rock and roll legends. So yes, I'm delighted to be here. And then to be part of Teenage Cancer Trust it's just wonderful. I mean, it's a great cause, and I think anyway to support all those kids and young adults, I think is really good. And music is a good way to do that.
Yeah,
I think music is very important, not only to raise money and awareness, but for them to be involved too. I think music is a great outlet for everyone, I think.
And tell me about your new album, Life, Love, Flesh, Blood, out on the 7th of April.
Yes.
I understand you've been working with the country blues producer Burnett, and it's perhaps a bit of a change in direction. So, what can people expect from this album, and what has been your inspiration when writing it?
Life. I put my life, all about love. I felt like it's about flesh and desire, and that we're all human, and blood. I've written about my family, my daughter, so I kind of put everything into this album. It's a change in direction, maybe. I don't think it's so different. It still has lots of roots to it. It's almost gone back to blues, that soul, gospel that I started singing at the very beginning. There's a lot of that, but it feels to me like a progression. Musically, in songwriting as well, you try and get better. But mostly it's an honest album. I've just put it all out there. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'll find out when performing it. So when I'm singing, I'm really there. I'm in it,
Yeah, absolutely. And how would you define your genre of music, and perhaps how it's changed over time? And what would you say your biggest influences have been?
Good music, just good music, good songwriting, for lots of different reasons. I think Leonard Cohen and Bob Dylan are two of the greatest songwriters ever, and I think we're lucky to be around while they're around doing their thing. Or Bob Dylan is, Leonard Cohen is gone, and music has changed. It just progresses and moves, and it's fabulous. I just love good songwriting. Blake Mills I'm listening to at the moment, John Grant, PJ Harvey I've always loved. There's a lot of really great pop. I just listen to good stuff all the way through. Howlin' Wolf, Donny Hathaway, whatever it is that moves me. I think most people are the same.
Yeah. I read that Bob Dylan said he was a fan of yours. How did that feel?
I know, I nearly passed out. My God, that's like I die and go to heaven now. And I thought, I want that on my headstone. And here lies Imelda May. Bob Dylan liked her.
Amazing. So
it was really, really cool. It was a nice moment for me, because it feels like I must be doing something right.
And I mean, you started your career very young. How do you think the music industry has changed since back when you first started your career?
In a good way. There's more women involved. When I started, there was less women. I'm still a bit wondering why there's not as many female producers. I produced my first 2 albums, co-produced the third, and Burnett produced this one, as you said. But I don't know why there's not more female producers, but there are way more women involved in music now than when I started out. And I think that's a great thing, It's great.
And, what do you think you've learned since you first started out when you were 16? I mean, I was reading that you and your friends once known as the Fish Finger Girls, is that right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The less said about that, the better.
But what do you think when you look back to what you were doing when you were 16,
I don't think about that. I'm looking forward. I want to see, it's just what I do. I've been doing it for a long time because I love doing it. But I'm not I feel like I'm only halfway into it. You know, I've a lot to do, a lot to learn, and a lot more. I want to get better. I'm ready to write another album. So.
And what would you say to young people wanting to get into the industry, and perhaps young women especially?
Love it, just absolutely love it. Stand your ground. You know, if somebody tells you not to do something, try and figure out why. And then do it anyway. Listen to your peers. You know, listen to not your peers, your heroes. But I'd say it just has to be the love of it. You know, people often ask me, how can I get into it? And I think if you really wanted to do it, you'd already be involved in some way. You know, even just meeting up with your friends and jamming. I think it's something that calls you that you can't not do once it does that. And just love it and get into the music side, not trying to chase fame, because there's no, I don't think there's any satisfaction in that. It's the music that gives you the buzz.
And perhaps there's too much of a focus on that with shows like X Factor and this kind of like...
It's all about that, and for me that completely misses the point.
I mean, you've performed with some incredible musicians over the years, U2, Jules Holland, Lou Reed, you were mentioning Jeff Beck, Tom Jones. You know, what's been the highlight for you, and who did you most like playing with and why?
God.
Hard to say.
I've been so lucky, I've got to perform with so many people. Well, Jeff Beck and Jules Holland are on my new album, because they're great friends and they really supported me earlier on when I had not much support. They were there and they encouraged me and got me to tour with them, and they were both great. So I'm delighted that they're both on the album. And I don't know, singing with Robert Plant was great. I really, really enjoyed that. Singing with Ronnie Wood the other day, that was fab. And I got to sing here with Jeff Beck and get Dave Gilmour. I was either side of Jeff Beck and Dave Gilmour. And I remember that was one of the times I was here in the Albert Hall. And I remember thinking, wow, I just could pinch myself. But I'm lucky to get to work with these people. And they're heroes of mine, and to find out that they're not only interested in the genius that I hope, but they've been really kind, and I'm trying to, you know, listen and learn.
Yeah, and if there was anyone else that you could play with in future that you haven't done yet?
Oh my God, Bob Dylan. Of course, Bob Dylan. Blake Mills, I'm insanely mad about his music, he's great. PJ Harvey, Laura Marling, there's some really great artists out there that I would love to do some stuff with.
Yeah, Laura Marling's just had her new album out as well.
Yes, and Blake Mills produced it and wrote it. Yeah, I'm very jealous, but I'd like to work with him in future, but it's a beautiful album. It's great.
You've also done a lot of TV performances, even things like Strictly, but also, you know, lots of stuff like later with Jules Holland.
Oh, Strictly I did, that wasn't on that was with Smokey Robinson, that was his plan. That wasn't mine. He had a song, we did a duet together. He asked me to record some of his fabulous hits, and I did it when I was in Barcelona. He sent me the tracks. So Barcelona or Madrid, sent me the tracks and recorded them. And I was hoping I get to meet him. Sometimes you can do them separately. And then he said he wanted me to perform it with him on Strictly, and I was delighted to not only meet him, but then sing live with him and look into his beautiful blue eyes, my goodness me. Yeah, so that was his. Sorry, you asked me about TV?
Yeah, so, you know, what's it like? Do you enjoy doing these TV performances? Like, how does it differ from, you know, performing at a live gig, for example?
Oh, you have to try and blank the cameras out, because they're just whizzing around you, and it can distract you, and you try and focus. I mean, it's easier with an audience, but sometimes these things don't have audience, so I tend to go inwards, and I just listen to the lyrics that I wrote and just go there instead. I find that much more helpful to go into that place, you know, later with Jules Holland or Hootin' anything. But I did, I had my own TV show for a while, music TV show in Ireland. And I did that because I really wanted to showcase bands, and predominantly Irish bands, because there was one other TV show, Other Voices, that's brilliant, but short series. And I really wanted to do that, but I'm in no way a TV presenter. I tried my best, and I just had a chat with people, and it was very informal and no autocue. And it was nice to be on the other side and see how that is when people don't answer questions. It's a big relief when people answer and chat away, so that's why I do that more now, because I know what it feels like.
You can empathise with the situations. Being kind to me.
Yes.
And do you miss your native island? Do you see any like big differences like when you go back to perform there as to performing here?
Oh, I love going home. I'm home every couple of months or so to see all my family are there. I love going home, and when I play there, yeah, it's crazy. It's great. I love gigging everywhere, But Ireland are a great crowd, and they've kind of come with me. These little tiny places from the start, but no, I just love gigging. I can't wait to get back on tour.
Yeah. So you've got this tour coming up in May, and
Yes.
what else have you got planned for the rest of 2017?
I'm doing so much promo at the moment. I'm losing my mind. It's great. I'm going to different countries, different time zones, promoting and doing showcases and interviews and things like that. And then tour in May, some TV shows coming up, and then planning tours in Europe and America. So there's a lot to do, loads of places to go, and can't wait.
Amazing stuff. And a bit of a fashionista question, but you've got great style, and it changes over the years, So how would you describe your style now? And I know you used to be in the 50s style.
Don't know.
Vintage.
I don't know what my style is, and I quite like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of freedom in it. Just know what you feel like wearing on any particular day. It's great. I don't think about it too much, and I kind of like that. I don't know what that is. Just pick what I like. That's it. It's mostly black. I think I'm going back to my Gothic roots. I can hear them singing.
Oh,
I'm getting distracted. I'm going to have to sing in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm being drawn. I can hear them. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. And
Thank you.
I hope you really enjoy performing tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be amazing. So
I can't wait. I'm running to sound check now because I can hear things that I want fixed.
Great stuff.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much. I'll see you a little bit later.
Yeah, see you later.